In part 3 of this overview, we are going to discuss updates that have been made to the single value and gauge chart types. To start, we can use the same single value chart that we used towards the end of part 2 when we were explaining the dynamic options that are now available within Data Visualizer. This chart shows the ANC1 coverage in Koinadugu district. The main change that has been made to this chart type is that you can now apply legends to these charts. If I go to the Options panel, you will see that there is a Legends tab. Select Display Legend, and you are able to define the legend type. If the data element or indicator that you have selected already has a predefined legend attached to it, you can use the first option displayed here. Use predefined legend per data item. If it does not, or you want to select a different legend, you can use the second option. Select a single legend for the entire table. With this option selected, we can choose the legend we want to apply to our single value visualization. Let us select the ANC coverage legend in this example and update our chart. We can see that the color of our values has been updated to reflect the ANC coverage indicator we are reviewing. This coverage value is fairly low, so we should expect the color to change as this value increases. Let's select a different organization unit to see if that's the case. For example, we can select Kelahun and update our visual. When we update our chart, we can see a new color has been applied to the single value visualization, reflecting the increase in value. Note that this feature has also been applied to the gauge chart type in DHIS 2.34. We can change over to a gauge chart and then update our chart and see that the same color scheme has been applied to this chart. Note that with a gauge chart, if we go to Options and then Legend, we can actually select from two different legend styles. This includes changing the background color, which updates the actual gauge color as we see in our current example, as well as having the legend change the text color. If we select this and update our visualization, we can see the value underneath the gauge itself reflects the legend that we have applied to the visual. As you can see, we can quickly swap between these two different legend styles. Another nice addition to the gauge chart is the addition of baseline and target line values. This allows some context to be given to these types of charts that was not possible in previous versions of DHIS 2. If we open up the Options panel, we can see there are options for both target and baselines under the Data tab. Let us select Target Line and enter a target coverage for our indicator. We can also assign the target line a title. With these items all in place, let us update our gauge chart. We can now see that a target line has been added to our visualization. This helps to provide some context regarding how to interpret the value that is being displayed. We hope the ability to modify single value visualizations using legends, as well as modifying gauge charts by using legends and target lines, lends itself to making data more meaningful to view and interpret. In part 4 of this overview, we are going to discuss the integration of pivot tables into the Data Visualizer app. For any questions about what we have presented so far, please do not hesitate to contact us on the Community of Practice.